Well, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for coming. My name is Moira Mackie, and I'm an executive and team coach. But my clients are not so interested in what the name on my business card is. They're more interested in how I can help them. And how I can usually help them is kind of help them minimize the pain that they're feeling in the present moment. They say they want change, but often what they're really looking for is for that kind of pain, that kind of pressure that they're feeling to reduce in some way. And so although I have an MSc in executive coaching, life is complicated enough for executives, and I can throw all the models I like at them. What I like to do is keep it really, really simple. And what drives the work that I do with leaders and teams is a simple equation. Performance equals potential minus distraction. So what I learnt in the course of my research was that leaders and teams, they tend to get caught up in this busyness. They tend to feel overwhelmed, and they have all of these competing demands for their attention, for their decision making, and for the way that they care about the people that they are leading. And so what we started to look at was the impact of the drivers that we have, the psychological drivers that make us perform. And so the 5 drivers that are at play when we're looking at issues of busyness and overwork are these: try hard, please others, hurry up, be perfect, my own particular driver, and be strong. And as you look at those, you might start to see which ones do you think apply to you. It probably isn't all of them, but 2 or 3 will really resonate for you. One of the models that we can use to describe what is going on and what is happening in organizations and in your own performance is this particular model. Don't know if anyone's familiar with it from the world of sport and performance. Yeah. So pressure. We have the pressure line at the bottom, and what we've got is our rate or degree of performance up this side. And so what you can see is that we have this lovely little curve going on. And at this point here, this is where, right at the bottom, obviously there's very little pressure, very little stimulation. And then as you move up the curve, we're starting to see some form of improvement. Yeah. And as you probably all know, if you don't get enough stimulation, enough recognition, enough contact, you're not going to perform. You need a certain amount, don't you, to feel good. Exactly. So as we get there, when we are being recognised, when we are being rewarded, we're going to start to feel creative, focused, energised, ready to go. That's what peak performance looks like. It's not no pressure. There is deadlines, there is pressure, there is expectations, but you know that it's not beyond you. You don't feel overwhelmed. And so the challenge that the people that I work with have tend to be how to get people out of that red zone. And it seems so obvious. I've seen you all nodding, yeah, this makes perfect sense. But most of us have huge issues with focusing on being in that healthy blue-green renewal zone that we're talking about. So I'm just going to set a little quiz for you, and I'm going to ask you to get ready to put up your hands if this applies to you. I want you to imagine yourself this morning waking up, refreshed after a wonderful night's sleep. Do you reach for your phone before you reach for a loved one or make contact with a real live living human being? Hands up if you reach for your tech first. Yes, I know. See, don't worry. Okay, I see some people go, should I put my hand up? The thing is that you're not alone. In fact, the people at Vodafone, who have a vested interest in this, ran a survey, and they said that 84% of us reach for our smartphones before we reach for another human being. In fact, we have more contact with the phone first than in conversation with real live living human beings.
It's bad though, isn't it?
It is really bad.
It like that.
So that's what I'd like to leave you with, where you might find your metaphorical campfire, how you might carve out some time and space. And I just want to thank all of you for your time and your attention and your engagement. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.